Welcome to day 33. Groundhog Day. Guess what I'm going to do? Well, let me tell you right off the bat. 7:25 Eastern Standard Time. Puxatawny Phil did not see his shadow, so we will have an early spring. And if you're looking for more information on Groundhog Day, I'll post links in the blog. I'm not going to go into that too much. I mean, I'm not that educated on it, and I'm not going to spout off like I am. Confidence is great, but I'm not going to give you wrong answers. So, of course, since it's Groundhog's Day, what am I going to do? I'm going to do a groundhog. And I got this really great one. Now, it's not going to be a realistic groundhog. It's going to be more of a cartoon groundhog, okay? It's going to be a funny one. And, well, let me just get started. I have a reference photo on my computer over here, so if you see me looking over there, then that's the reason why. Plus I have my mirror in the front, so you'll see me bending down. Hopefully I'll still be in frame. So, first off, I want to start off with the big bulbous eyes. And this is my own rendition. You don't have to do the same thing. You can do this any which way you want. So, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to grab up some white. Okay. And then I'm going to, taking with the flat edge of it, I'm going to go into the corner of my eye and work it around to make a larger eye. Now, you can always take a glue stick and you can, white out your eyebrows. Mine are kind of bushy. You can shave them off if you want. I don't care. But we're going to do this. This is going to be fun. And I'm also going to be using my cheekbones and everything else to try to really make it pop out. So, first of all, it kind of looks like a clown eye, the way the high brow is and everything. Now don't worry if it doesn't look too perfect. If it's not looking the shape you want, you're going to be able to fix that with the base that you're going to put behind it. And plus, when you outline everything, it's going to look good. I'm also going to take the white. I'm going to mix in just a little bit of brown and a little bit of yellow. And these are going to be his teeth. I'm going to do his teeth right underneath the nose. Okay? Now, I know I look funny, bear with me. This is going to turn out good. I promise you, okay? Alright, so I'm done with the white. I'm going to take a new sponge, not the same. I'm going to go in. I'm going to pick up a little bit more yellow, a little bit more brown, just a tad bit of white, and this is going to be my base color for doing around the muzzle pretty much. I think I need a little bit more white in that. I don't want it to be overpowering. I want it to be more of a very light brown. So I'm going to pick up some more brown in it. Yellow is just to give it a little off color. Okay. And that's better. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And I'm just going to go up, and the way it looks, see, has a lot just right underneath, and it kind of follows down like this. I am going to do my neck. Why not? We're having fun. Now if you want, you can pick up just a little bit more white. Just kind of give it that dimensional feel. So it really pops out. Okay. Kind of round it up to the eye a little bit. You'll see why I'm doing this when I get to that part. Just making sure that I got the coverage. Now, taking the same sponge, I'm going to get a little bit more brown. I'm going to mix it in with a little bit of orange because I want it to really be a bright brown color. And now I'm going to do the rest of the face, you know, with that. Okay? I need to pick up a little bit more brown just to make sure. I don't want it to be too close to the other color. Now, as I showed you in the monkey video, I'll probably go over the muzzle part with a little bit more white to really blend it in. Get those ears, get those covered, make them match. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm going to pick up a lot more white. I'm going to subdue this area because in there it's very light color. So And sometimes you really don't know how light a color is until it dries anyways with the face painting. It just kind of sort of blends in and looks like it's right, and then all of a sudden you really look at it and it's not what you thought. So I'm trying to get a nice lighter color. There we go. Alright, so I know it already looks kind of cartoonish already, but we're going to go in and we're going to add dimension to it. So I'm going to pick up a new sponge, and we're going to go in, we're going to just take some regular brown, and we're going to kind of need to make it a little bit more wet. And we're just going to kind of outline the eye. Like so. Okay. I'm looking at just a little bit of a ridge. The dimension. Plus we got the high cheekbones. And across the bridge of the nose. Okay, you could always try to blot it out if it's still a little wet. I mean, okay, now we're going to go in with yet another sponge. And a little bit of yellow and orange. Just creating kind of a highlight and shadow effect. I'm going to take my white again. Just get a little bit of it, not too much. And we're going to kind of just throw some highlights in there wherever need be. Like I said, this is a cartoony one, so it's not going to be perfect. It's just going to be really, hopefully, funny looking. So now I'm taking my number 6 brush. I'm going to take a little bit of pink, a little bit of brown, subdue it down. I'm a guy, I don't need bright pink. I just need slightly pink lips. And from here, I'm going to create a pink lip. I'm also going to take the same color. I'm going to create a nose. Now that I have that nose, I'm going to pick up a little bit of white. I'm just going to blend it in on top of that pink a little bit, so it creates a more prominent point. Okay, now it's time for the black. And I'm going to go right into the corner of my eye. I'm going to do a circle without closing it off. What creates an eye with a kind of a highlight in it. You see? Let that dry for a second. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye, leaving the highlight on this side, not in the corner. So it gives it the more realistic look. Okay. So now that we have that, I'm going to take just a little bit of black and kind of line the top lid just a little bit. And I'm going to take, excuse me, I'm going to go in and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of brown. I don't want to use a full-on black because, you know, I want to make it cartoonish, but I don't want to make it look too cheesy. So I'm going to line out the eyes, going from the inside corner of the eye following it up and around and back to the corner. Now if you do this right, you should have nice straight lines. If you do it like me, you probably won't. Alright. Using that same brown, I'm just going to take a little bit of water and mix it in to make it not as dark, but still dark. I'm going to take it and I'm going to define the brows a little bit. So I have this now you can always take your brown or regular sponge and you can kind of muddy that up. Or if it's not wet enough, you can take it and you can take just a wet brush, slightly damp. You can go in and kind of just trace the outside line to where it starts to blend in, so you don't get so much sharpness. And I'm going to just take the wet brush and kind of drag that down a little bit. So it kind of marries into what I'm going to do next, which is taking that brown. I'm going to create cheekbones, alright? Now, I'm going to go from the corner of the nose up around and create the cheekbone, or the high cheeks. Alright? Just going to add a little bit more black to it just because it's getting really thin. Now, in the picture it shows the nose. I'm going to connect eye to eye, and then I'm going to outline the nose. I'm going to do sort of like a teardrop and pull. And that's going to give the effect of a nice nostril. I'm just lightly defining the nose a little bit more. And like I said, to marry in colors, if you don't want to, try to use a sponge or something, slightly damp brush, just a little bit of water on it. You can go back over those lines, kind of blend them in. It's just going to loosen up the paint a little bit. It's not going to take it away, but it's going to allow you to get a more defined look. So it's one trick I use to kind of, just blend in those sharp edges so they're not so sharp. Alright. Now, I'm going to take this darker brown, I'm going to create the teeth. So it looks kind of funny. I'm going to try to define it out a little bit with some details here and there. I'm going to take a little bit of white, kind of just light white, kind of dab it off. Do some like highlights and shadows in the lip area. Okay, with a little bit of brown on my brush and dry, I'm going to draw it down from this little part here to create kind of a shadow. This is just trying to give the effect of, you know, the open mouth and everything. Pick up a little bit more brown. Right now I'm just trying to shade the teeth in. I'm just using different techniques of, you know, blending. If you made a mistake, you can always go back with another lighter color and, you know, kind of blend it in. Or use a water technique, I said. You can do just about anything with this and still make it look good. I'm going to go ahead and just pick up just some straight out white. I'm going to go into those little dots that I left before. I'm going to make them a little bit brighter, just so they really pop. Okay, so this is my rendition of a really goofy gopher, groundhog, whatever. probably not something you would do, but I seem to like it, and I don't know. It probably won't stay on all day, but, you know, maybe I'll just throw up a bonus video with something else. I don't know. Leave me a comment if you want to see something else today, and I'll see what I can do about posting it. And if not, there's always tomorrow. So, you know, yesterday's video, tomorrow's video, rate, comment, leave me a message, post a video response. If you have or have not done this, it doesn't matter. Just post me a video response and tell me what you think. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.